Well, I tell you what, the Nigerian fans in Uyo against Benin are going to be taking their flares, their flags, and their calculators because it is going to the wire. Nigeria, despite winning barely any of their World Cup qualifying games, to be honest, and changing the coach halfway through. And to be fair, when you look at Eric Shell's points per game, he's not done too badly. It's just he came into a bit of a mess, if I'm being totally honest. But Nigeria can somehow still come first. If I told you that 6 months ago, you'd think I'm winding you up. They can still come second, and of course they can still come third and not make it whatsoever. So what do they need to get into this tournament? The second place table is a little bit clearer because a lot of the groups have now concluded. As it stands, Gabon are first, Cameroon are second, Burkina Faso are third, Niger are fourth. I mean, Nigeria are not even on this ranking, we should say, because they currently sit in third position behind the South Africans in second and Benin in first. South Africa host the Rwandans, who have nothing to play for, although Zimbabwe had nothing to play for against South Africa and had managed to get a point against them in South Africa with a red. Rwanda lost at home to Benin. Benin go to Nigeria, but Benin's away record is stinky. Benin barely get a result away from home. A lot of their recent points have come playing at home. I know they've just gone to Rwanda and won, and that sounds weird, but trust me, Benin's away record is not that good. Nigeria, you never know what you're going to get. They could win 1-0, they could win 10-0. They've got the quality to win by 10. Will they even win by 1? Remains to be seen. Benin sit in the strong position here. They know if they beat Nigeria in Uyo, going up Raw will get the ultimate revenge and go to the World Cup. Cameroon are obviously a bit of a West African rival. They could play each other in the playoffs final should they both qualify. Are Nigeria going to get into this World Cup? Well, they could win the group. That's, of course, banking on firstly South Africa not beating Rwanda at home, which is a bit of a stretch, to be honest. And if that was to happen, Nigeria must beat Benin either 1-0 or by any 2-goal margin, and they would come first. So let's get that clear. If South Africa don't win and Nigeria win 1-0 or by 2 goals, then Nigeria will be in the FIFA World Cup. There won't even be talk of playoffs. So let's get that out of the way. Of course, I fully expect, and I think even the most diehard Nigerian kind of expects South Africa to beat Rwanda. So that means Nigeria are going to have to try and get into those lucrative playoffs, which is a far more difficult situation. Now, I know Madagascar have lost their last game. Cameroon didn't win their last game. I expect Uganda to not win in Algeria. It's looking quite tricky to get in, to be totally honest with you. To get into these playoffs, Nigeria are going to have to beat Benin by 4 goals if they want to get above Burkina Faso. Are they going to get above Burkina Faso? I'm not too sure. It wouldn't surprise me. I said a couple of days ago, Nigeria had to fill the boots against Lesotho, and they only won 2-1. And Nwabali messing about at the end may well be costly. They had to fill the boots against Lesotho. That's, with respect, a lot easier than filling the boots against Benin. Uganda are not going to win in Algeria. I think Congo are going to beat Sudan. Of course, if Congo were to draw against Sudan, that'd be really good news for the Nigerians, who have a better goal difference than Niger. So they could get that 4th spot. So I don't see Uganda winning. I see Congo winning. Nigeria, I think, if they were to win, even by 1, could leapfrog Congo, but they're going to need Congo not to win. It's very confusing. Uganda won't win, and South Africa would have to end up coming first for Nigeria to come second, and that would put Benin in third. Yeah. There's a lot going on it. I think the easiest way to say is Nigeria win and South Africa don't. The playoff is looking tricky. I think the Nigerians are going to do their business, and we're going to see what happens in the Senegal-Congo-Sudan group afterwards. That's afterwards. So Nigeria aren't going to know their fate even when the final whistle goes. That's if they win. If Nigeria get a win, they're not going to know their playoff fate until the group after has concluded. So they're going to hotfoot it from the stadium to their TV sets and their TV screens to see what the Congolese do against the Sudanese, and Congo could dump Nigeria out altogether. There will be no second chance if Congo win. That's not going to put Nigeria in the playoffs. Angola nearly did it against Cameroon. They hit the bar twice, by the way, away to Cameroon. That would have been huge for Nigeria's playoff hopes. I think they've just left it too little too late, even with this 3 points coming off South Africa. That's obviously given them a huge boost as well. It's going to go to the wire. I think Nigeria are going to finish second. I don't know if it's going to be enough for playoffs, though. I think they're going to beat Benin, and I think South Africa are going to beat Rwanda. So I think South Africa are in 1 and Nigeria in 2. Then a few hours later, they're going to watch Congo-Sudan. They're going to hope Sudan get a result. If Sudan draw in Kinshasa, it's going to put Nigeria in the playoffs. That's my prediction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But surely Congo are going to go all guns blazing in that game and beat the Sudanese. So here we go then. What's going to happen? I'll see you next time.